Welcome to The Chatter, your end of the week ear candy for what to eat, drink, see, and do in Richmond, Virginia, right damn now.
The Richmond Experience is independently owned and created by locals, us, for locals, you. From recent openings and the latest trends to time tested traditions and hidden gems, we're here to help you experience the very best that RVA has to offer.
Hi, I'm Paige, RVAX owner and Chief Marketing Officer. I'm the face you see in front of the scenes on Instagram and TikTok, taking you to all the latest and greatest hotspots around town.
And I'm Kelsey, RVAX owner and editor in chief, working behind the scenes on your Wednesday and Thursday newsletters, the Weekly Insider and the Weekender, and City Guides.
What's up, Kels?
Hey, Paige, how are you?
I am good. It's just that time of year, so as fun as it is, it's also just stressful, which is okay.
Yes, I feel like I've been in like the holiday swing of things for so long because it started so early that like it feels like December should be over and it's not.
Although I went on like a little business visit yesterday to Nine Roses for their like holiday gifting, and I was like, "When's the last day like they can order?" And he was like, "Well, I guess like now." December 1st through 25th is just a whirlwind. It's just like how do we even manage? So that's why I get that stuff done early. I'm pretty much done with shopping. I have a few like little things I need to get. Holly's already wrapped, and I'm really jealous of her. Um, wow, she's on it this year, I guess. I am not.
The wrapping is always like 11th hour for me. Somehow we're kind of like ahead of our game on like shopping this year, but the wrapping is like I'm never like that's Christmas Eve for me. I feel like 100% of the time.
Oh, is it for real?
It's like the final it's kind of like the editing for me, the final proofread where it's like let's get everything situated and then let even as like far back as when I was a kid, that was became like our tradition of doing just like late night wrapping, which I guess when you think about it is kind of like a waste of time because then like 5 hours later everybody's opening. But I think it's just ingrained in me and that's sort of like what we do. Christmas Eve wrapping, throw on It's a Wonderful Life and just, get everything, dot your I's, cross your T's.
I've never, you know me. I'm not last minute at all. Like
No, 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 no. You're gonna
I
get that stuff knocked out.
yeah, I just can't. Well, and frankly, we travel. So we're leaving the 23rd. So Holly and I will have like our Christmas probably next weekend. I'm contemplating booking a night at the Jefferson.
I think you should. Every time I see
Yeah.
somebody post about the tree, I feel like I need to get over there
I
too.
mean, I go, like I have plans to go this week just to grab a cocktail there and just because you do not have to stay there to see the tree. I think that's a misconception. Pro- Before COVID, it was like this where you could go see the tree, you could go see the gingerbread house. But during COVID, what the Jefferson did is they said you have to either have reservations at La Mer or you have to be staying here to see the decorations. And I don't think people have gotten back into that like after COVID thing. So you can go see the decor without staying, but I've always wanted to stay. And I mean, it is pricey, but it would be like our Christmas, if you will.
Right. It's like your little like Christmassy overnight.
Yeah, I think we have to talk about it and finalize like a date, but they do have rooms available, which I kind of was shocked by, but also, it during like the week, I can understand why there's not that many people. It's not like a lot of Richmonders will actually go stay there. So anyway, we're leaving on the 23rd, so I kind of have to be wrapped up and done. It kind of motivates me to get things like checked, wrapped, accomplished, out the door. But we've already kind of did a gift exchange. I had a party. It was called My Favorite Things Party. And I had 19 girlfriends over, and everybody brought three of the same gifts, but then everybody went home with three different gifts. And essentially, the rules were bring three gifts of the same thing, of the same value. And I thought it turned out really cute, didn't you, Kels?
It was such a fun time. I was talking to Ellie while we were over there saying like, I don't know if I've just been under a rock as far as this trend goes, but like I feel like I've seen everybody doing this year and I was so delighted to be a part of one. It was the cutest.
Yeah, and the reason I kind of started it is my mom's been doing it the last 5 years. So it wasn't To me, it wasn't like a trend. It was like, oh, my mom has always done this and I wanted to do it too. And so she always hosts the first Friday in December. So I always said I would host the first Friday of December. It just is a good way to get the party, you know, on everybody's books. It's the first Friday, so hopefully it's kind of before everybody's like other holiday parties and other happenings. But it was really cute. I had a good group of girls over, lots of fun, lots of beauty products and fun little travel products. It was fun. It was a good time.
And you were saying it is like a good way to sort of like kick off the month, and then you can kind of just like try to enjoy. You've got travel at the end of the month, and craziness all throughout, but you try to enjoy like the festivities of it now that you've gotten post the party. It was so cute. I should send you a couple of pictures because I
Yeah,
took a couple while you were getting a moment to like actually enjoy. I wanted to make sure I snapped some of you like actually involved.
because
I'll
I
send them
did
your way.
not take as many photos as I wanted to, but it's hard when you're hosting. Like you're like,
It's always the way.
yeah. I
You did such a good job, though. Your place is so cute. I was telling Matt when I got home about your little like line of trees and like twinkly lights. It was the best.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I do love our home for hosting. We do have a good hosting home, which I'm very happy about. That's kind of what I always wanted. But
Yeah, you nailed it. It was so cute. It was such a fun time. And like you said, skincare, self care,
yeah,
vibrator care.
yeah,
I mean, it works.
there was a vibrator given as a favorite thing. That would be my wife.
She knows her audience. She was like ready to go.
Yeah, it was so funny and perfect. And yeah, I'm already excited for next year. I already got to think what I'm going to give.
No, I know this really has me thinking. And now I kind of feel like I want to like start keeping like a list of stuff just to like have on hand and throughout the year.
Yeah, and I think one year, not next year, or maybe not even, but I think one year it should all be local.
Yes, I think that's a good idea too, because
Yeah,
I feel like you could really like scoop up some good stuff.
yeah. So I think that will be fun. Maybe later on, and we could do like themes. I don't know. But there's lots of ways that we can make the party fun. But yeah, highly recommend a favorite things party.
So cutie. That was a really cute way to kick off the weekend. And then I did Maymont's Merry Market on Saturday, which was
Mhm.
like kind of like the rainier day of the two, but it was sort of like cozy and nice with like the fire pits and stuff.
It's so cute.
It's so cute. And I took my oldest daughter thinking like, oh, this will be a cute little mommy and me like little date situation, not taking into account how much she would be like, jazzed about the shopping too. I didn't give any sort of like preparation of like, we probably got to do like a round before we pick and choose what we're going to get. So we were just a couple of girls like, shop until we drop.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, it's always one of my favorite markets, but this past weekend we had a busy Saturday too because it was the parade. And then we had friends from out of town, and so we did like the sip and slaying bar crawl around Scott's Addition. And then we also did a tuk tuk, which I will talk more about later about some holiday lights.
Well, that's a great, like, I feel like segue.
Yeah, so what to eat, drink, see, and do in RVA this week. I'm up first with eat. So I know last episode we talked about pop-up bars. And while this isn't like your official pop-up, it's definitely a spot you don't want to miss, and it's Helen's. Um, they have been decorating for years, and the spot is just so charming and cute. And it has a lively crowd, great drinks, great food. So it's a place like to actually have a meal. And I feel like more pop-ups are um doing more like restaurants, so that's always good instead of just like your drink, if you will. But they are kind of booked for dinner this month. But what's something new that they are doing is they are doing a holiday cocktail hour from Thursday through Saturday, 3:30 to 5, so like pre-dinner. So it's great for big groups, a post-work hang, photos, or just like walking around to see the decorations. So highly recommend that. Another thing, last year, Holly and I didn't do dinner, but we did brunch there. And you can still see the decor. It's still pretty, it's still fun, and it's not as busy. But we did score reservations this year and we're going on Friday night. But I made them like a while ago. not gonna lie.
Yeah, so let this serve as your reminder for like the next holiday season to make sure that you get in there. I still haven't been to Helen's, but it's definitely on my bucket list. It looks
Gosh.
so cutie.
Well, A, their brunch is my favorite, and then B, I just love their food and their vibe. It's fun, and it's just I also just love how they decorate. I think it's just very homey and kind of retro, so it's right up my alley. I really like it. So,
It's like it would be, I feel like up mine too. Like if I need to get Matt and I out on like a little like holiday date or something to like just see the lights and stuff. It always looks so cozy.
yes, you definitely need to. And then you're up for drink.
Yes, for drink, Hardywood's chocolate peppermint stout is back on the shelves, and it's another one of my seasonal favorites. As they like say it on their website, it's a decadent treat that captures the essence of the holiday season, brewed with rich cocoa, sweet vanilla beans, and natural peppermint flavor. I think that you can find it in some places like Costco in kind of like their
Ooh,
gift pack series.
okay.
And you can get it with like their gingerbread or maybe like Christmas morning or pancakes,
So,
something or other.
is this part of their gingerbread collection?
Think it is like newly, like in the last couple of years, sort of
Okay.
part of their like, I think they call it like their friends pack or something to that effect.
Okay. I also, again, made an alarm the other day, and I did score us reservations at the Gingerbread Saloon. So I am going there today to scope that out because I'm excited to see that. I always like to make a visit to Hardywood this time of year. I like when it's not this cold out, and I like to sit outside by the fire pits and get like a flight of their gingerbread stouts. Because as much as I'm not a beer girly, I like to do a flight. That way I can kind of sample and, savor, and that's about as much as I can do. But I'm excited to go to the Gingerbread Saloon today because I think they're going to have cocktails and stuff. So it should be good.
Oh, yes, I can't wait to see that. This is kind of the feeling I'm having, like being in the midst of like all this holiday stuff is like that already seems like such a long time ago when they were promoting that because it
Mhm.
was like pre-Thanksgiving. I'm excited to see your review of that. While you're out there, maybe you can try like a little sip of this
Yeah.
peppermint one because I do think it should be, I would assume, like on tap and then like, for it to go.
Yeah, I'm assuming. So I will definitely have to give that a try.
It's tasty. I'm all about like the minty stuff this time of year. So anytime I see a peppermint something or other, I'm like, yes and yes, especially like mixed with chocolate. And then, I'm a stout person, so like you should give it a go.
Okay. Totally. And then for C, I think everybody should see the Tacky Lights around Richmond and beyond. It is one of my favorite holiday traditions. Um, Over the weekend, I did a tuk tuk that I booked in September. And then last night, I did a Discover Richmond tour that I booked back in September. Honestly, I start planning my December calendar in September. It's kind of
Yeah,
wild.
now we know.
But honestly, I think it is because of my work, and I'm just like, "Oh, I need to plan ahead." So, luckily, I that's what I'm good at. But a lot of these tours are booked again, but this is something that you could totally do on your own, or you can still look around. There are still some other options if you do want like a chartered experience. Um but the Richmond area RTD publishes a list every year. And so if you just go to frankly, if you just Google Richmond Times Dispatch Tacky Lights list, they will give you like a list with a map and everything for the best lights. So you can make some hot cocoa and just make your own self-guided tour with the fam. I've done that before too, and it's great. Some must visit houses, in my opinion. The Oregon Hill Christmas House, obviously in Oregon Hill. There's Trippin' Breakers in the Museum District. That's cute. A Pfeiffer Christmas. That's in like Glen Allen, Henrico area. That's huge. They're on their 51st year this year. And then, of course, Christmas on Wendhurst, also like Henrico, Glen Allen. And that's going to be their last year of lights this year because they're just, getting older and they just want to chill, I think, for the holidays because I believe they spend months setting up and then months taking down. So that's pretty much half of their year. And all of their decor is handmade. He made every single decoration. So it is fun to go on like a little chartered experience because they often have some insight and they can tell you a little bit about it and you like hop on and hop off at some of these bigger homes. But it is fun to just go on your own and just experience it laid back and chill. So highly recommend. Also just walking the fam or the museum district this time of year. I know it's chilly, but just get outside, see the lights. I do have a reel coming out this weekend of like the Tacky Lights to visit. That always does so well because it's just so freaking beautiful. I can't believe these houses. I even put up some tacky lights, but to know, to know, I'm not at their level.
We kind of did like a DIY version of it ourselves, but charter DIY either way, I feel like is fantastic. And I kind of have something in that vein for do as well, which is the Illuminate light show out in Dawesville, Virginia, near Dominion. Like synchronized light show where you can sort of like travel through in your car 100%. So it is perfect for your like to go cup of hot cocoa, as we ourselves have done in the past. It's up and running until January 3rd, every night from 5:30 p.m. Until close at 10 p.m. Even open on like the holiday. So if you wanted to do it like on Christmas Day itself, you could. It's $30 for family vehicles of up to 9 people, and then goes up depending on if you have more people in your party. The $60 ticket is valid for non-limousine vans, but you kind of like do your own sort of situation depending on how big your party is. It's just kind of like a fun way to see like a light show. They channel like the synchronized music through your radio, so you can whirl all the way through. It's 2.5 miles with more than 3 million lights, so it's quite a display. Have you done this before?
I have, but it's been years. And then at the end, don't they have like a little Santa's village where you can like go inside and shop and do some see Santa and stuff?
Exactly. If you
Yeah.
kind of want to like park it and then like extend your visit.
I wouldn't mind doing that this year. Just like a low key night. And that wraps us up. So thanks for listening, Richmond. And by the way, there's more where that came from. Joining the Richmond experience as a member is the best way to stay in the know about what's going on in RVA.
Not to worry, we refuse to sell your info or bombard you with ads, but we do charge a small annual membership fee of $39 a year to fund our team so we can keep doing this awesome work. Plus, a portion of each annual membership purchase for the Richmond Experience goes to rotating nonprofits each month. That's like $1 per week to get an all-access pass to the best of RVA and lift up local orgs. It's a really, really good deal, friends. And listen, what are friends for anyway? Use code CHATTER to get $10 off your first year subscription.
Give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at The Richmond Experience, and on Instagram at The Chatter and RVA2. And if you enjoyed this episode, send it to your buds and rate, review, and subscribe.
And if you want to keep up with each of us, you can find me at Kelsey Heinz's Typing on Instagram.
And me, Sips and Trips with Paige on Instagram.
Chat with you next week, RVA.